This is the start. It's our book, Big Little Brother, which is based on a true incident where I was the older brother, but then my brother got bigger than me. And I've got him right here to prove it.
The longer the trip was, like that trip we took out east to
Oh,
New
yeah,
York
yeah.
or whatever, eventually, you know, when you're in the car long enough with your family, people start to crack. But usually my sister was one of the first ones to crack, and Kevin and I would get along good, and we'd kind of be yelling and scrapping a little bit, but she was 7 years older than me, so she would, you know, look over and just start yelling at us, and then she would just turn right to the parents and say, these boys are just, you know, so she'd make it miserable for my mom and dad, and then my dad would finally break, and then the big hand went back over the seat.
The claw.
And that hand was just, it was like a dredge crane looking for something. And Kevin and I would be back, I can't remember what car, I think that was that Impala, that 64 Impala or whatever.
Yeah.
So it had a huge back seat. So Kevin and I would go back up into the window well, you know, remember that?
Yeah,
Where
yeah.
we weren't even in the seat,
Hey,
but there would be our legs dangling down, that hand would be hitting off the seat, and right away it could identify that it wasn't on flesh, and then it'd lift up and move over, and it was just working quadrants until it got back far enough. And then Kevin and I were like looking, and you know, we'd be pushing each other, like just satisfy the hand with something, you know.
Yeah.
And if I could get Kevin's leg in there, and
Yeah,
it
we're
just
trying to shove each other into the hand. And then you could do the perfect imitation of a siren. Do that, right? Can you still do that? Do your
which one do you want, American or European?
go American.
All right, well, there's a couple of them. Well, just the basic.
But he could
Usually-
do that, he could throw
well,
it.
well,
And it
normally
would
I-
sound like
well,
Dad's head would just
way-
be on a swivel.
The way you do it is you start out with it real soft, so it sounds like the
Yeah,
cop
that he's
coming
coming
from way
up from
back.
behind.
And you never let them see you whistle, you stay down below the seat, so they're just, their head's going around.
Dad was just, where is he? Where is he?
But I'd go, and then they just,